Um, I'd rather let the next investor handle that. Because when you're doing curb cutouts, they call it horizontals. You got to put in sewer, you got to put in electrical lines, you got to name the streets, you got to go back and forth with zoning. That could be a 18-month to 36-month process, right?
Mm,
Versus with when you're doing single family, you can literally buy the land, make sure it's already buildable, and we can be building a house within the next 2 to 3 months. And it can be done and sold within 12 months. So that's kind of my formula. And what I like to do is I like to leverage interest free business funding to go and purchase the land, and we take that to my hard money lender and we get 100% construction financing. And that's how we're getting in these deals without using none of our own money. And I'll kind of dive deep into it at the Wealth Building Summit, just so they can have a little bit more details. But that's pretty much the overview of what I like to do. And on the small side, if you're doing a building some affordable home, you're probably gonna make anywhere from 100 grand on the low end. When you get into the more custom homes, you're talking 3 to 500K profits.
wow. Wow. So when you first started, did you start with a smaller home? So what square footage did you start with, and what square footage are you at now?
Yeah, so my first home, I jumped out there. I wanted to showcase my architectural designs. So I was I was overly excited. I overbuilt. It was a 5,000 square foot home.
Wow.
I made a lot of mistakes. I didn't profit cash wise, but I profit from the resources that I gained, from the learning experience, and everything else that came from building. I was able to profit from. So now what I'm doing in Ohio is I'm downsizing. So I'm trying to stay in between 1,500 and 2,400 square foot, but still building a nice modern product that we can actually profit from.
I find that fear is what sometimes keeps people who are wanting to build or wanting to start in the new construction area. The fear keeps them from moving forward. You know, I have a lot of clients I work with that buy land, and then sometimes throughout the process, it begins to be too much for them. So then they change over to, well, I'll just buy something existing. Because sometimes that search for land is the key problematic in finding what you want. Or sometimes once you find the land that you want, but trying to piece the pieces together sometimes is the problem for the client. So what do you have to say to someone who has a fear to help them get over that fear? And what are you going to be able to give them to help them get over that hump? Because a lot of times, like I said, that's the key thing keeping from people from moving forward and doing the things that they really want to do.
Yeah, so the fear thing, the biggest way to get over the fear. So let's just say you come up with an idea, or you know exactly what you want to do to make money, but you have this fear. The fear is the fear of failing because you don't know. You got fear of you don't know how to do it, which means that you fear that you may fail because you don't know. So I think the biggest way to get over fear is to hire a mentor that's already done it, that's proven he's done it, that's living the lifestyle you want to live, and be able to learn from the right mentor. And that mentor will hold your hand and help you overcome that fear throughout the process.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we're excited to see you on the 28th. We're excited to for you to bring all these nuggets so that we can actually take action, because that's going to be the key. You know, we can constantly hear someone tell us what they're doing, but we actually have to get started. It's about getting started. So that's the goal for this conference, is to learn and get started. So for all those watching, tuning in, or even those who see this video later, we hope that you go ahead and join us. You can comment wealth below for more information, or visit our website at wealthbuildingsummit.org, and grab your tickets. Come on out. We love to see you there. If you have questions, you can put them in the comments. You can DM me, and we'll get those answered. If not before the summit, definitely at the summit, we'll take those questions and make sure we get those answered for you. So thanks to Michael. Anything else you want to share before we we jump off, I just wanted to give everybody just a little bit of what they're going to um, hear from you on the 28th.
Yeah, I got one thing I want to share. So I live by build your future with vision, which means that if you got a goal you're trying to hit, if you can't see it, then you can't hit it.
Mm,
So I want for anybody that's watching this or for anybody that's listening, I want to give people a task to write down the definition of what does building your future look like for you, and then let's talk about it on the 28th.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it and be about it. So we'll see you there. Come with it. We got you covered. Again, thanks again for coming on these 2 times today. And we'll look forward to speaking with you soon.
All right, that's a bet. I'll see y'all in a couple weeks.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right.